Hello, and welcome to the first Movement Monday for the Radiant Dance Teacher Facebook group. These are going to be short little messages for you, 3 to 5 minutes maximum, of just a little tip for you, movement-based, that will help you to become either integrated, embodied, or more expressive, the 3 pillars of the Radiant Teacher or the Radiant Dancer. Today's one is going to be tapping into the Chinese meridians that are quite well known now, fairly mainstream, but probably not yet brought into the dance studio. Might seem a little bit odd to bring that in, but we are all energy, we're all energy flow. And while strength and flexibility is one area we can work on, connectivity, of course, another, coordination, all that. What about just making sure that our energy is flowing in the right way? And by that, I mean in the right direction. If our energies are flowing in the right direction, we have a far better chance of being our strongest self without having to compensate and recruit and become perhaps full of tension, which we know tension is a barrier to movement, and tension masks sensation. So we want to make sure for ourselves, for our students, that whatever strengthening regimes we're doing, that there's always an elimination of stress and tension. That's kind of one of my main principles with this. So that's why today, the first little Movement Monday will be introducing you to the idea of the central meridian that runs from the pubic bone to the chin, just below the chin here. And it runs in this direction, going from pubic bone upwards to chin. So our movement for today seems really basic, and that is just to make sure that this meridian is running the right way. So I'm going to ask you to just sweep from, again, pubic bone up to chin. I like to do it with one hand after the other. And when I do this with students, I imagine that I'm blowing a kiss. And the reason for that is I don't want to go back down to start again, because then I just move the energy down again. So this is energy inside us and around us. And in a way, think of it like energy currents. And we're just going to kind of try to send the current in the right direction. So I'm going to sweep up and out, blowing kisses to my audience. That could be a great thing to do to start a class off. You say hello to your audience, or say hello to all the dance friends you have over here. Say hello to all the dance friends you have over here. Now, to show you why this matters, let's back up a bit. Oh, I don't think I can go back enough, but I'm going to do a rise. See, you can see me going up and down here. I want you to try this at home with me. Let's just take a rise and a balance. Let's say my arms are going to go to first. Now, if I've got my energy sweep moving up, my balance feels quite easy. I could like stay here and, read a book or something. And I don't feel stressful. I feel like my upper body's got fluidity and I can move around. I feel quite light. Now, let's reverse the flow of the central meridian. Push it down, push it down, push it down, push it down. Now, here's where we have to develop our noticing skills. I'm going to now take my rise. Now I can still balance. Maybe I'm skilled at balancing, but I feel heavier. I feel like my calf muscles have to work a little harder. I feel a little grip in my ankle, particularly for me, my right Achilles tendon. I feel like for me to do that fluidity requires a lot more paying attention and detailed muscular work. But as soon as I sweep up, it feels better. Now here's the beautiful thing, a port de bras. Let's say I'm just sweeping up and then maybe out to second. A port de bras going up, in essence, can be doing the same nice line. Isn't that awesome? So even going up to fifth. So as I take my sweep up, I can do it with my hands, which of course, end of beginning of class or something like that. I can do it with my imagination. I can do it letting the port de bras brava to first. Imagine that it did the sweep up. And then when I come down, I can imagine it still sweeping up. So here I am, I'm lowering my rise, taking my arm from second down, and I'm imagining it going up. That, I believe, is that inward upward lift that we actually want, without me recruiting too many abdominals and actually sort of disconnecting my upper and lower through tension and holding of breath. So once more, I can do it physically, close to the body. I can do it with my imagination. I can let my swoop upwards of up to first be there as a kind of a movement. And then I use my imagination here. So that is to me the upward energy while I'm lowering my rise. There's that two-way stretch. The two-way stretch, though, doesn't happen all the time. If it happens all the time, I've disconnected my upper and lower. I probably created tension in for my breathing. But if I'm feeling my upward sweep, and then even when I go downwards, I still have the direction of the central meridian coming upwards. So check that one out. Let me know how that's working for you. Try something more challenging, an upward sweep while I'm lowering the leg, or an upward sweep while I'm lifting the leg. I'd love to know how it goes if you try out the central meridian sweep. Present it to your students if and when you want. You can talk about it being a central meridian, or you can just share with them this idea of having an inner energy that goes up. Images that could go with it would be like the bubbles inside a soda can or champagne bottle constantly going up, that they're always there. The key thing I'd like you to be considering here, though, is that it's an inner energy flow. It is not external musculature that pulls. When I pull that external musculature, pulling down and pulling up simultaneously, I could be over flattening the curves of the spine and restricting my breathing, restricting the changes of the base of the spine and the sacrum and the pelvis. It's going to affect my turnout and my spring and even the changes in my feet that are needed. Okay, so this is why I've done this one first. Look at the inner energy line, central meridian going upwards. Have fun with it. And again, please do let me know how it goes for you, whether you can feel it or not, and how you've applied it in class. That's all for today. Happy Movement Monday. Bye.